Hey YouTubers, this this particular pistol is one thing that I've been dying to tell you guys about because you probably won't see them very often, and it's it's very interesting. At least it is very interesting to me. I started out shooting 45s back when I was probably around 21 or 22, and I was using my dad's service 45 to practice with. And as I got better at shooting, I got into competitive shooting, and I've been a bullseye shooter pretty much all of my adult life. I don't really shoot at targets. I don't shoot rifle. I don't, excuse me, I don't shoot at metal targets. I don't shoot at bowling pins. I don't shoot at water bottles. I just shoot paper. And I wanted to get a very good and very accurate Colt. And what makes this one very different is that it is a Colt mid-range. It shoots a 38 wad cutter special, or I should say a 38 special wad cutter. And to me, that was the most intriguing thing of all. When I first got into competitive target shooting, my brother bought a 38 special from Clark Gunworks and loved it. Shot it for, I guess, what, 1979 till 2 years ago. And loved it, and has shot, I couldn't tell you how many countless rounds through it. I have always wanted one, but I never had the money to buy one. And this was made in 1970. And it, when I went on the web to find it, or to look for one, it looks like the guy that owned it prior to me never shot it. I could never, there was maybe one or two scratches in it. The other scratches I did. And I was amazed at how clean it was when I got it. Even when it came to the gun store and the owner of the gun store opened up the box to look at it, he was even amazed that it was such an old firearm that looked like it had never been used. And I can't see any signs of this guy ever using the gun. Now, I've put about 800 or 900 rounds through it so far, so I have to tell you I'm very happy with it. But one of the things that I thought was very interesting was that I took it to an indoor shooting range one day to get some practice, because in the wintertime, it's just, I don't want to be standing outside in the cold. And the lady that was checking us in asked what I was going to shoot, because they need to inspect the firearms before you carry it into the shooting range itself. They want to make sure that there's no live ammunition inside the firearm. And so she said to me, what are you shooting? And I said, well, I'm going to be shooting 45 automatic and 38 special. So I opened the gun box, and she goes, well, I'm sorry, sir, you don't have a 38 special with you. And I said, well, yes, ma'am, I do. This is my 38 special. And she goes, no, sir, you mean you brought a 38 Super with you? And I said, no, ma'am, I don't. It's a 38 special. And she goes, well, I'm really sorry to inform you, sir, but they've never made a gun that takes a revolver cartridge in an automatic. And I said, well, I don't know what to tell you, ma'am, since it's my firearm. I should know what I'm shooting. This is my gun, and this is what it shoots. And she sort of looked at me, and you could see she was getting very annoyed with me. And then the manager began to realize that there was a little bit of a scuffle going on, and he came over and wanted to know what the problem was. And she said, this guy's trying to tell me that this gun shoots a 38 special wad cutter, and they don't make a gun like that. And I said, okay, why don't we just settle the argument right now? Let me show you what it says. And I let the slide go forward, and right on top of the barrel it says 38 special. And the guy says, you know what? He's not wrong. Leave him alone. So they checked me in, and then I went in to shoot a couple of rounds, and there was as you know, on indoor ranges, you have the barriers between each shooter. And I was shooting a lot, and this guy pokes his head around the corner, and he says, what in the world are you shooting over there? And I said, I'm shooting my Colt mid-range. And he goes, is that an automatic? And I said, yes. He goes, I wondered why those 38 specials were spinning at my feet. And he was such a nice guy. We were trying to have some kind of a conversation, but as I'm sure most of you know, if you've ever shot inside an indoor range, it's so loud that you can't carry on any kind of a conversation. But it was very nice, and we had it was sort of a little nice meeting, let's put it that way. But anyway, I have wanted this gun since I first found out they were ever made, but I never had the money for it. And the ironic part about it is, which many of you may not really find as funny as I do, but I've shot 45 since 1975 until about 3 years ago. And my brother shot 38s from 1975 till about 3 years ago. And isn't it ironic that as soon as I got a 38, he got a 45, so we kind of switched. And he likes 45 more, and I like 38 more. And anyway, just kind of an odd turn of events. But I just wanted to share this with you, and I wanted to thank you guys for watching.